Isang mag-asawa ang bigla na lamang nagpunta sa harap ng pulpito, kinuha ang mikropono sa kanilang pastor, at binulaga ang buong kongregasyon nang ibulgar ng babae ang lihim na pinaktago-tago niya ng mahigit 20 taon. Nagmamakaawa ang pastor sa kanya na huwag ibulgar ang sikreto sa harap ng buong kongregasyon na umattend sa Sunday service na iyon. Ano ang sikretong ito na kulang na lang ay halos malusaw sa kahihiyan ang nasabing pastor sa kanyang kinatatayuan? Pakinggan po natin.
If you love us, please let us talk.
For 27 years, I lived in a prison. It was not 20 years. I lived in a prison of lies and shame. Lying to protect the Lowe family. For years, I thought I was a horrible person having suicidal thoughts, not realizing what had been truly done to me. That I was a victim, and I would still be in a prison if my brother, and many of you know him, Edgar Wolf, had not approached me just 2 weeks ago with what he had seen as a teenager that bothered him all these years. His pastor in bed with his younger sister, a t-shirt and underwear on. People knew but were too afraid to come forward, and they have now. The lies and the manipulation have to stop. I was a prisoner and you kept me in your prison. I'm a prisoner no longer. I was just 16 when you took my virginity on your office floor. Do you remember that? I know you do, and I have plenty of other stories that I could bring to your remembrance. You did things to my teenage body that had never and should have never been done. If you can't admit the truth, you have to answer to God. You are not the victim here. I tried to tell someone, but all that was done was cover up. No one ever came to me. No one ever helped me. No one ever got me counseling. I have wanted to talk to somebody all of these years and never. You have. You have somebody that you talk to. I never have. The church deserves to know the truth. This church has been built on lies, but no more. The lies need to stop. I could give story after story after story to what you did to me. Michael, your dad is not the victim here. A partial truth is not true.
She was telling the truth. You better call her a liar.
If I would have gotten counseling, your dad would be in prison.
Go ahead.
It might not be the way, but every time you covered up for Russ Spangle. My best friend was my age when your associate pastor was molesting his 2 daughters. And you know that. You sent him to be a pastor in another church. We can call Melanie right now, and Cassie, her sister. They sat down with you. You sent Melanie away. Don't look at me like that. You know the truth. I know, but you can tell the truth because this is a lie.
I'm letting you tell the truth.
But you need to tell the truth. You know better than it wasn't.
Listen, my wife is not just adultery, it's another level when it's a teenager. And I will not let this man talk about my wife like that. It happened for 9 years. When she was 15, 16, the sexual grooming started. And it lasted until she met me and we started dating. This is the truth. And that's all we're going to say. Except, just that's it.
You have numbers, you can talk to my brother.
That's fine. This necklace was Bobby's. It was given to her by Joe II and possibly other people in the office. They might have received necklaces too as like a ministry gift. I'm not trying to stretch the truth here, but it was in her house and I'm giving it back. This was Bobby's covenant of purity ring, which she wore while this man had sex with her, and she felt ashamed all these years wearing the covenant of purity ring. She felt out of shame and guilt. We are working through love and forgiveness. We're working through it. But people have to be held accountable, and they can't just bamboozle people and just say, well, I just committed adultery. It was far beyond adultery. So here's the covenant purity ring back. I don't want it in my home. We're done.
I told you I committed adultery. I told you that it went on far too long.
Did you do it?
That's all we need to know.
Yes, we did.
You didn't tell them she was 14 years old.
No, at 16.
Sorry, 16.
She was 16 years old, Jay. Okay, and it was wrong. I can't say it. I can't make it right. I can't make it any better. That's just the way it is. It's not all true, but that did happen, yes. She should have. I can't do anything about that except to tell you that if I could go back and redo it all, I would. I can't. And all I can do is ask you to forgive me. And I'm doing what the Bible process or biblical process is in the church. I'm stepping down, stepping aside. And, you know, it's been 20 years. I guess it doesn't count for anything. We loved them. I deeply hurt them. I deeply hurt you.
Ang pangyayaring ito ay naganap sa New Life Christian Church and World Outreach sa Warsaw, sa Indiana, na pinamumunuan ng pastor na si Pastor John Lowe II, ang pastor na inakusahan ng may bahay na si Bobby Geffart, 43 taong gulang. Ang pagbubulgar ay narinig at ikinagalit ng nasa halos kalahating milyong miyembro na umattend ng umagang iyon. Bago pa mangyari ang insidente, mayroon na palang usapan ang dalawa na pag-uusapan na lang nila ang issue in private. Pero dahil wala nang tiwala si Bobby sa kanyang pastor, lakas loob na lang siyang nagtungo sa entablado para iparinig sa lahat ang nasabing lihim. Inamin naman ng pastor na siya ay nagkasala ng adultery at humingi ng tawad sa kanyang mga miyembro. Gayon din sa mag-asawang Geffart. Sa ngayon, nagbitiw na sa tungkulin ang nasabing pastor. Ano ang matututunan natin sa istoryang ito? Kahit gaano kabait, kahit gaano kahusay magsalita, kahit gaano katanyag ng isang mangangaral, kahit sabihin pang mukha siyang anghel, huwag na huwag ninyong ipagkakatiwala ang inyong anak na babae na makasama nila ng sila lang. Iba na ang panahon ngayon. Naglipa na ang mga pastor na ang pakay ay hindi talaga ang inyong kaluluwa, kundi ang inyong katawan at ang inyong bulsa. Hindi sa tayo ay walang tiwala. Nais lang natin na maiwasan ang anumang pangyayari na pwedeng humantong sa mas malaking eskandalo. Kung gagawin nyo ito, hindi nyo lamang inililigtas ang posibleng maging biktima. Iniligtas nyo rin ang pastor sa pagkakasala. Lagi ninyong tandaan ang sinabi ng Panginoong Hesus. Mangagingat kayo sa mga bulaang propeta na nagsisilapit sa inyo na may damit tupa, datapuat sa loob ay mga lobong maninila.